Hi, my name is Kathleen Hendricks, and I'm the St. Paul's Vestry representative on the Worship Commission. I also chair the Friends of Music Committee. As you might expect from that lead-in, music has played a huge part in my life. I've been a member of the St. Paul's Chancel Choir for 20 years now, and some of the most uplifting, transformative moments I've experienced have been in listening to or performing music. And it seems that whatever the emotion I'm experiencing, there's a song that speaks to it. For the past several weeks, one particular hymn has been playing in my mind over and over, and it goes like this. My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the sweet, though far-off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It finds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? These days, it seems like the question is not how we keep from singing, but how we even begin. My teenage daughter's theater classes have all moved online. My husband is an essential worker, and his mouth is covered with a mask and a face shield every day. Instead of harmonizing together, our choir meets on Zoom. That hymn imagines that worship is our natural condition, that we are engaged in praise every moment unless something stops us. So, how do we keep singing? First, I think we acknowledge that we may not feel much like offering praise. I know that when my husband enrolled in culinary school, he never expected that simply going to work would one day be heroic. My daughter, like many children and teens in our parish, is missing out on classes and all the other rhythms that mark growth and achievement in a young life. Dances, competitions, shows, plus all the little interactions that allow kids to test the waters of adulthood, form opinions, form bonds. These losses may seem small, but they're real, and they should not be ignored. Second, find occasion for worship. When any given day feels much like any other, it becomes even more important to set aside sacred times and spaces. And let's face it, Groundhog Day without Bill Murray and Punxsutawney Phil just hasn't been that much fun. Many of us are learning how to make functional home offices. Why not set aside a space in your home for worship? Many of us build altars during Lent. We can continue to use those places in our home. We can also set aside time for Sunday services or morning prayer. Those occasions connect us with a larger community and with the act of worship. I personally find our collaborative services joyful opportunities for being together. There are also meetings and classes and reading groups and playlists that connect us to worship. Third, be patient. I read that young artists get discouraged because what they're capable of producing doesn't match the image in their heads. They know what they want a picture to look like, or how they want a song to sound, but they don't yet have the skills or the tools to do it. That's our problem too. We're trying to create something new ways of worship, new ways of being a community, and our abilities don't yet match our desires. We have a vision of what we want worship to be, and we also have a memory of what it has been in the past. We need to realize that we are in the process of making something new, and that act of creation will take time. But it is a holy, life-giving thing, and our church is still here. As a word of encouragement, I want to return to that hymn for a moment. What though my joys and comforts die? The Lord my Saviour liveth. What though the darkness gather round? Songs in the night he giveth. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that refuge clinging. Since Christ is Lord of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? I hope that you are well. I hope you know that St. Paul's is still here. And I hope that you find abundant reasons to sing.